Hello everybody, it's been a while, hasn't it been? Making another video here talking about socialism. Now, what is socialism? Socialism is basically communism. Communist belief claimed that the working class should eventually rise up and defeat the evil capitalistic elite rich. Now, why would they do that? The reason is that the rich takes advantage. People, they capitalize people for profit, which is still this day is going happening to this day, unfortunately, but it's part of life. But the problem with that is that when the workers do eventually overthrow the capitalist elites, it tends not to end so well easily enough. There's a lot of money now, but when the people's money run out, they tend to run out as well. And they don't really last that long. At least how I put it this way. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that the Democratic Socialists of America have been claiming that they're going to get free health care, lower taxes, abolish the police, abolish prisons, abolish the ICE, and allow open borders. Now, I have a conspiracy theory about the open border part, especially the part with Islam, which I will make a video about Islam and the open border, this conspiracy theory, and my own theory as well. But the thing is that the reason why they are saying all this is that so they can the reason why I'm mentioning the Socialists of America is that to show that these people truly do not understand what the hell they're doing. A lot of them have been promoting about how they're gonna fix America by a socialist belief. Now they claim it's socialism, but the reality is that it's really just communism in a different word and different meanings. It's easy for them to put it in different words. Different meanings, put it in a different way to make it sound different. But the more you look at it and the more you hear from them, the more you realize that, wait, it is communism. And, of course, it doesn't make it any better where one of their very, very friends of theirs, Hassan Piker, has constantly make videos talking about how great Stalin is and Mao Zedong as well, the communist China and USSR. Now, when Hassan was talking about how glorious and great USSR and Joseph Stalin was, keep in mind, under Stalin's rule, 24 million people died. That was during World War II. If we remove World War II, 20 million. More than a total of, I'm assuming, a total of 16 million people died, not including World War II. And if we include World War II being 24 million, that would be almost around more than 40 million people have died. Of course. Now, if we remove World War II, saying that's not his blame, and under 16 million people did die under his reign, it's honestly enough unbelievable. Especially for where people do talk about how great he was, easy enough. But in reality, though, Stalin was never this great leader that cared about his people. He was a paranoid leader that was pretty much killing people just because, I'm assuming they're going to take over my place, easy enough. And which resulted in 16 million people dying from not only executions, but at the same time starvation and pretty much malnourished, easy enough, from under Stalin's rule. After Stalin's death, his successor practically enough removed and deleted a lot of Stalin's rules and laws because he saw it as unnecessarily and just straight up just delusional. And of course, everything that Stalin did was practically erased immediately after his death. And someone like Mao Zedong, by the way, someone that Hassan openly supports, communist China, where 40 million people died under his reign, under Mao Zedong, obviously. It was because a famine happened because they were constantly taking their food And even if you don't give them their food, well, they're gonna kill you for that. People have to people were become farmers, even though people didn't know how to farm at that time. Even though there were some people who didn't know how to farm, and they had a quota to pretty much give it to the soldiers, and it was supposed to be for the people, but eventually enough, it didn't really last that long. 40 million people died as a result from starvation, famine, and brutal beatings and executions under Mao Zedong's reign. Now, you may be asking yourself, where were Mao Zedong? Where were Stalin? These people praise a lot. Well, they were always in their comfortable places, pretty much. Shipping wine, drinking champagne. Possibly they imported it or just stole it, or they pretty much got it from illegally ways to get it. But of course, it doesn't really matter. And someone like Hassan Piker, obviously enough, supports these people and love to make their quotes about them. Now, of course, Hassan Piker talks about how he's the man of the people, saying that he cares about the workers and all this stuff, free healthcare. But but when someone asks him, "Are you willing enough to sell everything you have, give all your money to the workers, and live like an actual communist?" He gets a little jumpy about that question immediately. And obviously enough, he immediately enough dodged the question because, it's easy for him to do that. Either way. Sorry about that. But of course, Hassan talks about how great communism is. Yet at the same time, when he's asked to live like a communist, he doesn't want to live like a communist. And it doesn't help his cause any better when he's flexing his cars, his dog as well. Apparently, he's like a very expensive dog. Apparently, and expensive clothing, expensive house. All this nice stuff. Easy enough. Hassan Piker is a person that hates capitalism, yet at the same time lives like a very, very rich person. And that's kind of, in a way, hypocritical when he's talking about how people are being exploited, yet at the same time, his live streams in Twitch, his donations are not turned off. And he's clearly still asking for money sometimes. Where that money goes, we really don't know. Maybe it's going to his personal bank account, let's be honest. But still, though, people like Hassan Piker talks about how great it is, yet at the same time, they don't want to live like a communist. They refuse to live like one. If America became a communist utopia they keep promoting, I guarantee you Hassan Piker is one of the first people to leave immediately. Go back to Turkey, talking about how great it is in America, under communist rule while living in Turkey forever. Now, I want to bring up Mandami and also AOC and a number of others as well. They all claim that they understand the working class, yet you check their background, they don't know how the working class feel like, easy enough. And this is coming from a working class person who works with their parents in the painting industry, easy enough. These people like to talk about how they understand workers and how the workers are feeling that they have no freedom, saying that they're being treated horribly, all this stuff. Yet at the same time, they never really experience what it's like, easy enough. And of course, every single time I hear them talking about how they understand them and how they relate to them, I'm like, you don't really understand how it feels. You never understand how to be in the burning hot sun painting the wall of a house is enough. You don't understand how cold it could be, while at the same time being outside fixing some parts of a house, doing the same thing inside, outside, having your entire body to be tired, dropping stuff, hitting your body, easy enough. All this stuff, the pain of the labor, easy enough, and yet these people never experience it, easy enough. They always get their mommy and daddy. All these socialists, including Hassan, are born from capitalistic families that where, frankly enough, a lot of us would dream of, A lot of us would dream of, becoming rich one day, easy enough, getting a lifestyle that we may never have, easy enough. Yet these people have this lifestyle, yet these people are not grateful one bit. So, yeah, they don't represent the working class. At least they don't represent me in a way. I don't want to vote for a communist that just wants to tax me and force me to give them all my money for no fucking reason. But that's really it. It's just me ranting at this point. Have a good day, y'all. Bye bye.